I'm Telemachus, and this is Draw My Life with Telemachus. So I was born on an island called Ithaca on the Ionian Sea. I had two parents, Penelope and Odysseus. Little as I knew, he was brave, the handsome, the strong, the ladies' man, the playa, and he was the king of Ithaca, and he would play a role in my troubles later. So anyways, when I was still very young, my father had to leave to fight this stupid Trojan War or something, saying, "I'll come back soon, son." But he hasn't come back for 20 years. So having grown up with basically no fatherly figure, a lack of love from my own mother, and suitors constantly knocking at our doors trying to play with Penelope, if you know what I mean, I had no chance of becoming the man of the house, especially with big shoes to fill. I didn't even know if my father actually existed. Everyone says he was great, but I never knew. But one day, my whole life changed. This is when Mentes came. He inspired me that I was indeed Odysseus' son. Motivated, I called an assembly to ward off the suitors and to tell them to leave my house before I set sail for Pylos in Sparta. Of course they wouldn't listen, but I had to go on with my journey to find out about my father. So I sailed to Pylos with the finest crew in the sea, using the help of Mentor, an old friend of my father's. When I got to Pylos, Nestor welcomed me with amazing hospitality. He let me join their prayer to Poseidon and even offered me fine wine. But after I enjoyed my warm reception in Pylos, I told Nestor what I had come for. "Do you know where my father is?" I asked in simple terms. Unfortunately, he didn't know much about my father missing, but he offered me chariots and his son, Pisistratus, for a guide, and we headed to Sparta, seeking news of my father. In Sparta, King Menelaus and his wife Helen also welcomed me with a warm reception, with a feast and shelter for the night. The next day, Menelaus tells me the story of his return from Troy. During the journey, he heard that my father was still alive, but trapped by Calypso. So now, assured that my father is still alive, I sailed back home to wait another year in Ithaca, hoping my father will return safely and excited to meet my beloved father, Odysseus.